granniopteryx, granniopteryx. She knows the truth, she's linking every link.
Hello, so this is a recent article in the Telegraph. The truth about Rachel Reeves's chess champion claims. I spoke about this before, I mean months ago. The 5th of December 2024 to be precise, and I'll leave a link in the description. The Telegraph should keep watching my channel, they might learn something. Whatever. The article detailing Reeves's lies about her chess prowess, that was in the Daily Star at the end of November 2024, and I flagged it up. But none of the media seemed particularly interested until this week when the Telegraph ran this story. And I'm Granniopteryx. Please like this video, please share it, please subscribe to my channel, please check that you are still subscribed, click the notification bell, that's the only way to keep things going. And if you want to contribute financially, well, that's very nice. All the links whereby you might do that are in the description, but really just clicking like is such a big help for my channel. All right, let's carry on with Rachel Reeves, chess champion of the world. Now, I can't believe that it's a coincidence that this scandal about the chess championship has hit the right-wing news just at the time when the left-wing media have been going mad with the Farage Nazi story from his school days. It's sort of interesting that suddenly the right-wing press is talking about this little problem of Rachel Reeves being a compulsive liar, just when the left-wing press is talking about assertions from one of Farage's schoolmates that the teenage Farage was a nasty schoolboy who found a particular point of weakness with a Jewish child and milked it for all it was worth. Was it true? I have no reason to doubt it, as I have no reason to doubt any nasty story about schoolboy behaviour, because, and I've had 3 sons, I hate to break it to some of you, there are many schoolboys who are truly nasty to each other, just because. I recall reading an article by some well-known journalist. I can't remember who it was, but he said that he and some of his mates spent most of their school days victimising a Jewish schoolmate in just the same way as has been described about Farage. During the article, as I said, I don't remember anything about the journalist or the name of the Jewish kid, although he did name the child. But I'll call the child David Simons, just for convenience here. But I do remember this journalist writing about how awful he was and how much he kept on digging at David for being Jewish. And then he finished off the article with, "Sorry, David." Now, what was going on here? Was he chased by the media for these past sins? No, it was of such little consequence that he, a well-known journalist, whoever he was, but he had a name, I do remember that, he was able to confess publicly, knowing that there wouldn't be any repercussions because, well, it was just childish bullying. Right, so why is the media so exercised about Farage's behaviour? All of a sudden, he was a nasty little bully as a teenage boy, and very few boys are not given half a chance. He should have been stopped by the teachers, but he wasn't. That's their fault. They could have explained to him that this wasn't right, but then maybe the bullied kid didn't actually complain to the teachers. I don't know. And if he did and they didn't react, then yeah. But at the time, that sort of thing wasn't dealt with. Well, wasn't dealt with as well as things like that are dealt with now. Now, for instance, the authorities, if they are approached about somebody Jewish being bullied, well, the authorities just tell them that they should be arrested for being visibly Jewish. That's a lot better, isn't it? As for Farage, I haven't heard that he's excluded anyone from his party for being visibly Jewish up to now, and so that makes him better than most of the police that our taxes are paying for.
If I can ask you to stay there, please. Thank you very much. I know I heard you.
I don't want to stay there. I want to leave.
Well, in that case, sir,
I'm going back there.
when the crowd is gone, I'll happily escort you out. No, sir. I don't want anybody antagonising you. Yeah, and at the moment, sir, you are quite openly Jewish. This is a pro-Palestinian march. I'm not accusing you of anything, but I'm worried about the reaction to your presence.
But back to Reeves. We have proof that Reeves did something, in my opinion, worse than bullying. She stole the glory from 14-year-old Emily Howard, now a composer, who actually was the chess champion. Let's find that little piece of information. This was in The Spectator, but it's appeared in a few other organs as well. Reeves told The Guardian that I was a geek. I played chess. I was the British girls under-14 champion. But Edmonds has pulled up the Chancellor, writing on Twitter that in reality she was joint 26th out of 34 in that tournament. That's quite a difference. Look, to be 26 out of 34 is pretty good chess, but it's not chess champion. According to a British chess game archive, the winner of the British Girls Under-14 contest in 1993 was Emily Howard. But that's not to say Reeves wasn't a chess winner at that age. She did in fact sort a victory in the British Women's Chess Association Girls' Championship and win the Under-14 title. But there's an important distinction to make, Edmonds argued. The BWCA is not the British Girls' Championship. It is clearly defined as the girl who does best in the British Championship. You see what I mean? So she got 26 out of 34, which made her the best of the girls in that championship, but it didn't make her the champion. And there's a caveat here, in the interest of balance, of course. The Chancellor's claim has proved controversial. However, with International Master and Director of International Chess for the English Chess Federation, Malcolm Payne, suggesting Reeves' assertion was correct. He insisted the BWCA competition was, in my view, the only credible girls' championship as it was for girls only, as opposed to being subsumed into the Open British U14 championships, where 90% or so of the players were boys. So what he said here is she's best in her girls' category. But she certainly wasn't best in the whole competition, and Emily Howard apparently beat most of the boys that Reeves was so proud of beating in some of the things she said about beating posh boys. So I'm not actually convinced by Malcolm Payne's excuse for her. What she'd done was she not exactly lied, she conflated two results. But she does that all the time, doesn't she? So, Rachel Reeves conflated about being chess champion. And that's the best we can say about her. A simple slip of the memory, maybe. And again, it's sort of interesting that this story should have bubbled up when the story about Farage is doing the rounds. So we can see the right-wing papers are trying to create a balancing scandal. But the fact is that Farage was a nasty little schoolboy exploiting a weakness of a fellow pupil, he found a weakness and he exploited it. That's what schoolboys do all the time, about anything. Not nice, but I haven't noticed any particular pattern in his adult life. With this, I have noticed a pattern. This ability of hers to rewrite history. And I think this is worse, especially as Emily Howard is the person that she stole the glory from. OK, well, yeah, that's it. Rachel Reeves, chess champion. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.